Altar of Zeus at Olympia. East of the Hieron and Pelopion stood the great altar of Zeus. No trace of it has survived, but the large quantities of ash and bronze votives discovered inside of the Pelopion may come from this altar. According to myth, Zeus himself indicated the building spot of his altar by striking the ground with a thunderbolt. The altar was destroyed under Theodosius I, who abolished the Olympic Games, and under his grandson, Theodosius II. Pausanias, who saw the impressive altar in the 2nd century AD, describes it in detail. It was a circular or elliptical structure, approximately 6.5 meters high, and consisted of a platform and the altar proper. The platform was 3 meters high with steps on the sides. On the platform stood the conical altar, 9.5 meters in diameter, made of the ashes of the sacrificed animals. A narrow staircase carved into the ash led to the top. Blood sacrifices in honor of Zeus were performed daily. The sacrifice took place on the platform and the legs of the sacrificial animal were then taken by the priests to the top of the altar to be burnt. Women were allowed on the platform but not on the altar where only priests and men had access. On the 9th day of the month Elaphan, late March, the sanctuary soothsayers would bring ash from the altar of Istia inside of the Prytaneon, mix it with water from the river Alphaeus, and use it to coat the altar of Zeus. According to Pausanias, only water from Alphaeus, the god's favored river, would do. Also only poplar was used for the sacrificial fire, since this was the wood chosen by Hercules when he sacrificed to Zeus. In ancient Greek society, the altar was not only a feature of a temple setting, but it was principal in animal sacrifice, an activity that designated an area as being sacred to the gods. Today altars from antiquity were often perceived as being built out of stone, however, one of the most recognized, was that of the altar of Zeus at Olympia. It is believed that the altar was not constructed of stone, but organic material, such as bones and ash that accumulated from hundreds of years of sacrifices to the god Zeus. One of the only literary accounts we have, that describe this structure, is from Pausanias in the 2nd century CE. He recorded that the altar was over 22 feet, about 7 m, high. The altar was never recovered by the German archaeologists who excavated at the site of Olympia. Its location is based upon modern plans that are purely hypothetical.